Tara VanDerveer retires as Stanford women's hoops coach after setting NCAA wins record this year. Okay. That's Tara VanDerveer set women's record. Okay.
According to usnews.com, the winningest basketball coach in NCAA history announced her retirement Tuesday night after 38 seasons leading the Stanford women's team and 45 years overall.
Okay.
VanDerveer surpassed Mike Krzyzewski for the wins record in January. She departs with 1,216 victories at Idaho, Ohio State, and Stanford.
Okay, so we see that right there. And we're going to play the video that goes along with our story. It's not the Associated Press, but it's the same story right here. What is it? It says 2 up there. I don't know. News 2. I'm not sure, but we're going to use the video. It connects with our story. Stanford coach Tara VanDerveer announces retirement and 38 seasons. Okay.
An historic career is coming to an end. Tonight, Stanford women's basketball head coach Tara VanDerveer announcing her retirement after 38 seasons at the university. The legendary coach is saying goodbye. Good evening.
38. Interesting. I know basketball related. The third day of the 8th month in history, the National Basketball Association acquired that name, right?
Evening, everyone.
You know, that's like on the fly. That's kind of the only thing I can think of with the 38 here. We'll see if we catch any of that along the way. Okay, so we'll note that.
I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Mike Meback. Tara VanDerveer has been at Stanford University since 1985. Not only as she led the Cardinals.
Well, that's interesting because basketball equals 85. And you see the 185 as well. Okay. And this is going to hit again coming up.
To 3 national titles, but she is the winningest head coach in basketball in NCAA history. Jason with us now. I mean, what she did for not only the program, but for the game will have lasting impacts here.
And we're seeing it just now with Caitlin Clark and the rise of women's college basketball and the ratings.
Exactly. Exactly. It's about the ratings. They did it with Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl.
And how many people are watching it. You can trace a lot of that back to Tara VanDerveer, but we're about to experience a monumental shift in the college basketball landscape. Tara VanDerveer, a pioneer in the sport, synonymous with Stanford basketball. Hard to even imagine that program without her, but VanDerveer is indeed stepping down after 38 seasons on the farm and 45 years in all as a head coach, which includes stops at Idaho and Ohio State before arriving at Stanford in 1985. She retired.
Okay, Idaho, Ohio State, and Stanford. Ohio's going to hit. Ohio's going to hit. It hits with that 47 right there. And you'll see that coming up. Let's put Idaho. Okay. Got Idaho right there. All right, and we see if that hits coming up, right?
Retires with 1,216 career wins, making her the winningest coach in NCAA history, a record she set this past January when she passed legendary Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski.
That'll hit as well.
Not only racked up wins, she also delivered championships, leading the Cardinal to 14 Final Four appearances and 3 national championships, the most recent coming in 2021 when the Cardinal beat Arizona for the title. She did take 1 year off from Stanford in 1995, and she did so to coach Team USA. That team went 60-0, won the Olympic gold.
Okay. the 60-0, the 60 hits again. They were rounding it off to 600 million with the Powerball. Just did that decode, right? And the 60's been hitting. Donald Trump equals 60. What's this 1203 about right here? What's up with that? Do I have a 123 in the decode? Let me look. I do not. Okay, that's again we'll note that as well. And head coach equals 48, and we had a big eclipse on 4/8. Okay, and that was 1 day prior to this article. And if I didn't mention, we're on April 10th. Okay, I need to note that as well. Wow, that's interesting. So today, you get the 4 and the 1s and the date, right? 4/10 is kind of like 41 because the 0 is a 0, right? Or if you look at that backwards, as the 0 is a 0, it's 14. And VanDerveer equals 114. And I'll keep my eyes peeled for the rest. And let me show you that. I like to go on the fly along with the presentation. Right there. So that's interesting. So today is the 10th day of the 4th month. So that's like 104. Okay. Or, similar to 114. You get the 1 and the 4. And let me check for a 104 real quick. That would be money. Wow. Damn. Coach equals 105. That was one number off there. Let's see. Okay, I don't see. Not seeing that. So we'll go back to the presentation. And Tara VanDerveer equals 224. I think I need to show you that. Let me just add the first name, and it's the year 24. Okay, right there. You see that right there? Okay, the year 24, and you get 224 in reverse with the name. All right, so I think we're set up to move forward here, and we may look at the video again here in a bit. Interesting with the 1203 there. Did they say what that's about? Probably not, right?
Medal in '96 in Atlanta, and is widely considered the greatest women's team ever.
Oh, it's probably going over my head. What's that? I see a 1202 on the shirt over there on the left. Yeah, so that might be going over my head, or maybe it's something to do with one of these other accomplishments, right? But nonetheless, let's move forward. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and Tara VanDerveer lent her time and energy to a young Dawn Staley. Interesting, because she just won the national title with South Carolina, right? So that's interesting how you get that connection with this retirement. It's like they do shifts in like it's an end of an era, rise and fall, your time's up. Here's the upcomer. Not saying that's exactly the case over here, but you see, I'm not just doing this for no reason, right? It says to a young Dawn Staley, behind the scenes, years before the South Carolina coach started winning championships or delivering an improbable undefeated season, the Hall of Fame Stanford coach did the same for her Pac-12 rivals. That 12 may hit as well. It says here for Corey Close, for Lindsey Gottlieb, for Sharman Smith, for Charlie Turner Thorne, and for Kate Pay, who will become VanDerveer's successor now that the 70-year-old women's basketball pioneer is retiring. Okay. And it's interesting because we had a total solar eclipse, which it kind of involves the moon blocking out the sun or whatever. And dawn, from dusk till dawn, you kind of get that light, kind of referring to light, kind of like sun with the eclipse 1 day prior to this hitting, and I think we already caught a 48, if I'm not mistaken, it was coach. But if I'm wrong on that, don't quote me. And we may run into that coming up, right? So yeah, we have the national champion. Were they undefeated, right? Was it 38-0 if I'm not mistaken? Whoa. 38 seasons for our character here. And didn't we just bring up the 38 and we kind of like stretched it a little earlier? I'm pretty sure South Carolina was undefeated at 38-0. Okay. So let's go back over here. Let's go back over here now, okay? Was South Carolina undefeated this season, women's? Let's see. Are they? Are we not? Did I not say it right? Oh, let's put 30. Let's just put 38-0. Why don't we? Oh, it's magic. It's magic. And let's not forget the Gamecocks. And you get the C, Cleveland C. Who did they beat? Iowa, Caitlin Clark, CC. The third letter, right? Supposedly going to Indiana to link up with Aaliyah Boston. And that makes you think of Boston, you know, Larry Bird, who was born in Indiana, the number 33, throughout the career, right? And Boston equals 22, like basketball, like Caitlin Clark was born in 2002, age 22, 22 on the jersey. Hello, look at that 38 right there. And we hit it, right? We hit it already. VanDerveer, how many seasons?
According to NCAA.com,
Oh,
Tara VanDerveer announces
oh,
retirement
it's
after 38 seasons coaching
magic.
Stanford women's basketball. Stanford,
It's
Calif.
magic.
Stanford's Setsuko Ishiyama, director of women's basketball Tara VanDerveer, who has won more NCAA college basketball games than any coach in history, announced her
Ooh.
retirement on Tuesday, April 9th.
And if you're talking about, like I said earlier, just with the basketball connection, you get that third day of the 8th month that the NBA acquired the name the NBA, right? Right? And that would be 83, the 23rd prime number. And then, Michael Jordan put 23 on the map, right? So I'm glad we got that 38 covered on the fly. Let's go back over here now. Okay? It doesn't matter the character. If they're on the world stage, you know, they give us information. They have a page. They have birthdays. All of these dates that sync up. Well, we know how it goes down. And what do you know? VanDerveer took Stanford to 14. We already hit on that, right? Final fours. Today, 10th day of the 4th month. Again, like 14. VanDerveer 14. Right? Easy peasy. Retires 94 with the alphabet forwards. You just apply it. ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's the day that this hit. Okay? And it's the article date, the 9th day of the 4th month. So we hit on today, and this is in the trending news, and they mentioned like a shift. Remember the fall of Diddy, the fall guy, right? The bridge falls after the ship hits it. We just had what these are what the national championship. Hello, Biden. Remember he kept falling, and now a selection. Come on, y'all. Look at the zip code. Stanford University. 94305. Again, retires equals 94. This hit the 9th day of the 4th month. You know what? I think Tuesday equals 94 or 49. And you get Tara, you get Tuesday. Tuesday equals the 9th day of the 4th month. Okay? It hit Tuesday. Woo! Look at the zip code. Okay? Look at the zip code. You see it? Wow, and that 309 hits. What? Oh, even you see that 309 hits with the 39. Wow. Okay, let me go over to the. I'm trying not to give what I have away. 39. Wow. Okay, so 38 seasons, right? They said 38 seasons with Stanford, right? So what, coming up on the 39th? You see? You see how that works? However you want to say it, okay? And then now we have 40. So you see how it went 38, 39, 40? And that was just natural, okay? It just connected like that. That's the first name. 40 like retires in Tuesday. And I almost missed that 94 with Tuesday. Tara, the alphabet in reverse, 68 like basketball. And isn't there 68 teams that usually hit these tournaments? And the 68, I think there's a few more out there. But come on, look at that, y'all. For real. Tara retires Tuesday, basketball. You see, we hit on the 40. Oh, that 39's going to hit again. I didn't want to give it away. And the 38, great connection with that undefeated season with the character. They brought her up with the 38-0. I just been decoding this tournament. Okay, and maybe a few other games here and there that have been trending. I see it, y'all. And look, Kate Pay, the replacement. Pay, that's interesting. I think the last decode was involving some sort of payout with the lottery. All right. That Pac-12 is going to hit somewhere. Let's move forward. LeBron James equals 114. You're talking basketball. All right. You see, I'm just saying. And do you get that California connection? LeBron plays for the Lakers. Yeah, do you? California. Come on. There it is again. We could bring up the 49ers, right? With this 94 theme. Okay, let's move forward. Let me make sure you can see it. You're good. So it doesn't matter, y'all. It doesn't have to be massive celebrities, right? I mean, this still hits, right? Legend here. You see it? Who is college basketball's winningest coach ever? They mentioned like a certain division, didn't they? It says the shift is here now, right there. And they mentioned shift. I'm going to put winningest coach ever just because they put it like that right there, regardless how it breaks down. Look how it says the shift back there. Is that just like a logo stamped on by whoever I got this pic from? Let's put winning and maybe winningest coach ever. And let's see. So 38s would be super nice, I guess, right now, right? Let's look over here. Winningest. Let me back this up a little bit. Winning. Let's put win. Win equals 35. I saw a 305 in that zip code. Winningest. It looks funny, but that's how they put it, right? Okay. Coach. Man, that winningest looks weird. Did they put it ever? Let me see. The winning says winningest coach ever. I'm just kind of like experimenting here, okay? Okay. I see that. I don't see much major right there. Winning equals 45. Did they say 45 seasons overall? Let me see. Let's go over here. Tara VanDerveer, 45 overall seasons. Well.
According to NCAA.com, in 45 years as a head coach at Idaho, 1978 to 80, Ohio State, 1980 to 85, and Stanford, 1985 to 95, 1996 to 2024, VanDerveer amassed an NCAA record 1,216 victories. In 38 seasons at Stanford, she led the Cardinal to 3 NCAA championships 1990, 1992 and 2021 and 14 Final Fours.
Okay. Look at the resume. Okay. And that 12-16 with the victories, that's going to connect here in a bit, but I'm kind of seeing it as December 16th, which is just interesting. I don't know. Let me just try that real quick and just put December 16th with the name and see what happens. Okay, so nothing really. They're just taking us to. Okay, I see that. You know what's interesting about what I see right here and how everything connects? Tom Brady was the 199th pick in the draft. And notice how it brings up 1,099th victory. Just it pulls it up here, and that connects with the 38 because that's Tom Brady's birthday. Okay, the third day of the 8th month, or 8/3. Okay, so that's just an interesting side note. So let's go back over here. So it's the Stanford Cardinal, right? Cardinal, you get 62 like hoops, and wow, retiring. I mean, it fit, the career fit. Tara VanDerveer, 154 in ordinal, Cardinal 154 in reverse. What do you know? Okay, and again, you see right here in the title, they even say hoops coach right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm stretching for words there. Okay, with that Dawn Staley connection, that's a lot of C's. Charlie, Charmin, Corey, Close, and remember Caitlin, Clark, and Stanford Cardinal. It is, we do get an I in Stanford Cardinal, right? Let's see. Stanford Cardinal, just to verify. Yeah, yep, that's right. Okay. So, I mean, look at that. And you know what? King James really does equal 154. And you see how everything's connected here? Okay? That's wild, you know? None of that makes the decode cut or makes a thumbnail. None of that. It's just interesting because everything is connected. VanDerveer, the last name, 156 in reverse. Stanford, 119. Well, the 156th prime number is 911. So you see that with Stanford 119 when you reverse that, okay? And I don't think I put that in here, but I'll show you right here, 911, the 156th prime number. All right, you should be seeing that right there. Okay. All right. So the Mike Krzyzewski, that's an interesting name, Krzyzewski. Imagine, like, could you pronounce it right if you didn't know it already? Like, Okay, surpassed Krzyzewski for wins in January. She departs with 1,216. Okay, videos, Idaho, Ohio State, Stanford. Basketball is the greatest group project there is, and I am so incredibly thankful for every person who has supported me and our teams throughout my coaching career. VanDerveer said in a statement, I've been spoiled to coach the best and brightest at one of the world's foremost institutions for nearly 4 decades. Well, I told you Ohio is connected. They say she coached Ohio State, right? Ohio 47. Look at this. Mike Krzyzewski, born in 47. His name equals 211, which is the 47th prime with the alphabet forwards. Stanford equals 47. It's been hitting a lot because, I mean, Trump equals 47. There's a selection year. Who's going to be the 47th president? It could connect either way, right? Because Donald Trump equals 48 as well. I don't know the whole script of how the election is laid out and all the rules, but no matter what you do, that's why I don't encourage gambling. When you do this work, you're smart enough to not go that route. You may be pushed in the forefront and promoted if you're pushing that kind of gambling narrative, because as I mentioned, anybody with the brain knows that gambling can become a problem and it can get out of control, right? So anybody with the brain wouldn't put that energy out there, even if, especially if they had influence. So if there's any of that going on out there in your life, or if you see any of that around, just know that that's exposed already. Okay. So Stanford, you get the 47. Okay. And as has been the plan for years, top Cardinal assistant Pay is set to take over the program. And we're going to get into this connection. And Stanford said in a statement that negotiations with Pay are underway. Pay played for VanDerveer from 91 to 95. And of course, everything connects, right? And has coached on her staff for 17 years. Okay. And there's more there, but we'll move forward. Pay. Kate Pay. Pay equals 47. And like I mentioned, we just had like a payout story with the lottery. And I think payout had a connection in there with the value, right? When we used gematria, okay? So the 47's been hitting, didn't we have like the CMT awards? And was that 4-7? And that was 4-7 Sunday, Stanford. Okay, and there was sons that were connected in the news. There were sons that were passing with celebrities. Where was the tournament for the men's? Where the home of the Phoenix Suns of the NBA, Valley of the Sun. Okay, that was the Orange County, the Real Housewives of Orange County alumni. Lori Peters' son, her son died. Orange, like the Phoenix Suns logo, the sun. I mean, right? So you see how that works? Suns equals 35, the NBA team in Phoenix. Anyways, there's probably more with that 47. Well, like the 47th prime, 211. Caitlin Clark equals 211. The Super Bowl, 2/11, and more. But, okay, so there's Kate Pay. And, you see, right? And we get this. That's interesting because the 126 hits with Kobe and LeBron, right? Because LeBron passed Kobe 125, and the next day 126, Kobe went on the permanent diet, right? Well, look at that. After beating Staley and South Carolina, 70-32 on November 26, 2010, VanDerveer made her way to the Gamecocks locker room in Maples Pavilion for a post-game pep talk. So the Stanford, South Carolina. So you get S and S again. And look, you get Staley, another S. You see? Stanford, Staley, all of it, right? But 1126, that's interesting because you get 1216. Okay? Right? VanDerveer surpassed Krzyzewski for the wins record in January. Wow, January is the first month with that 126 and the Kobe permanent diet, right? And again, and Ohio with the 47. And none of that's making the thumbnail. But look at, you get, and that's 26. I mentioned the permanent diet for Kobe Bryant. And he's connected with women's basketball. Weren't they saying his daughter was supposed to go on to be great? And he did a lot for women. He was synced up with a few of the WNBA players. Ah. And you get Kate with 26, the replacement. And it's a California connection. And we could go deeper on it, but we don't need to. Cardinal. Wow, the Arizona Cardinals play in the Valley of the Sun along with the Phoenix Suns. You see how this works, right? Okay. Cardinal 62 NCAA that's interesting, right? 26 like Kate. She's replacing Tara Tara VanDerveer, born on the 26th of the 6th month, like 26. And this article hit yesterday, this news, April 9th, leaving 266. And that is absolutely undeniable because that's the birthday. You see what I'm saying? But it syncs up with the days left in the year on April 9th with the actual day, the 26th day of the 6th month. Okay? And you know what I'm saying? Right? I'm going to keep doing this, you know? I don't even, I can't even save all of these anymore, right? And I'm good, right? I pump these out, okay? And this stuff is going to go down in history. They're going to, when we're not here no more, they're going to portray this information another way. And they're going to sweep it under the rug. They're going to do the same thing over again with future generations, okay? Right? So note that. And maybe I need to start putting some kind of logo on here. They just mute me out in the future. And I'm not the only one doing this. But this stuff is amazing. Okay? It's the script of the world. It's a problem for the people they put in the forefront to put this out there. Okay? I'm a problem for them, right? Think about it. After beating Staley, we just connected the date and those numbers a little bit, right? With the birthday, all of that. 70-32. Spanking, right? You know what's interesting? VanDerveer's 70 years old. In that loss, let's do a little math on the fly. 70 minus 30 would be 40, but they scored 32. So that's the victory by 38 points. Again, South Carolina undefeated with the 38 victories and the national title. Dawn Staley connected here. 38 seasons. Tara VanDerveer with the Stanford Cardinal. Magic. Right? We curse the negative ones out there. The ones using this for negative, we curse you. Curse, curse, curse. Okay? Right? Reverse negative energy that way, right? You see how, look, this is what we do, right? Are we hitting? Hitting over here. Look at that. VanDerveer's last day is scheduled for May 8th. And look how there's that 39. Arizona equals 39. Do you understand how everything's connected? I'm here in Arizona. What's going on? What's up? And that's an eclipse, right? Is that an eclipse, like blocking out the sun type of thing? I mean, I know they had that Public Enemy album that was like, what you gonna do when the grid goes down, right? Which is like power, right? That's just kind of interesting. And power equals 32. Okay. Power equals 32, just so y'all know. What else does it say here? Okay, the last day scheduled May 8th, 39th anniversary of her hiring. Basketball equals May 8th, the 8th day of the 5th month in ordinal. Retire checks in with 39 in reduction. 39th anniversary. And again, 3 plus 9 is 12. Did they mention a Big 12 earlier? I saw a Big 12 earlier. Okay. Connect it how you want. Is this a Big 12 team? I guess I need to look it up now, right? Let's look at Kate Pay, 50 years old. Kate Pay, 5'8". Basketball, 85. Oh my gosh. May 8th, the last day scheduled for VanDerveer. Final Four 14 times. You saw the name equaled 114. Woo! Rosalind Gold Onwude played on the 08 Final Four squad and is thrilled about the strides her sport has made since. VanDerveer took a year away from Stanford to guide the undefeated U.S. women's team. They hit on that in the video. Wow. All right, let's play it again. Perfect.
An historic career is coming to an end. Tonight, Stanford women's basketball head coach Tara VanDerveer announcing her retirement after 38 seasons at the university. The legendary coach is saying goodbye. Good evening, everyone. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Mike Meback. Tara VanDerveer has been at Stanford University since 1985. Not only as she led
freaking basketball equals 85. And the freaking last day scheduled for the 8th day of the 5th month.
Cardinal to 3 national titles, but she is the winningest head coach in basketball in NCAA history. Jason with us now. I mean, what she did for not only the program, but for the game will have lasting.
Okay, and let's just look up. Remember the numbers we put on the side at the beginning? Let's just go look at them now. Idaho equals 28. Wow, Idaho equals 26 to sync up with Kate, and we had the 62s and the 26th day of the 6th month birthday, which is like 26. And then was it April 9th that left 266? If I'm not mistaken. Okay? So, and Ohio with that 47. So, okay, we got y'all, right? Oh, and I get that's it. We nailed it with the 38-0 with South Carolina, the 38 seasons here, and VanDerveer picking up that victory over Staley. That's what it said, right? And it was a 38-point victory because 70-30 would be 40, but it was 32, so that's 38. Wow. And at the beginning of this decode, I didn't have nothing with the 38. Hope y'all enjoyed the picks, the little presentation here. Like I said, I got your back. You see the connection, and you get the blue right there, right? A lot of that blue going on. I mean, the water thing with Billie Eilish and the new album, and they brought up True Blue, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you know what? Calipari with the Kentucky, he brought up True Blue too. They say he may be going to Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? There's a red team. You get Bill Clinton. You get the red and blue theme. Okay, and we have politics, a selection going on. You know what's interesting? Mike Krzyzewski has the birthday one day before the state of Arizona. Wow, so that's 13/2. I think I have 132 right here. I have a 132. The replacement Kate Pay in reverse equals Krzyzewski's birthday. And Kate Pay's got the 84 like Arizona, the 48th state. If I'm not mistaken, Arkansas, where Calipari, they say, is supposed to go. 84. And 132. All trending at the same time. Krzyzewski's birthday with Calipari. Look at that. Kate Pay 132 with the Krzyzewski birthday like Arkansas with the Calipari connection. That's wild. Is Calipari supposed to go to Arkansas and leave Kentucky?
According to the Courier Journal,
Red
according
and
to
blue.
multiple reports on Sunday night, Calipari accepted the coaching opening at Arkansas left by Eric Musselman,
Cali.
who left the Razorbacks for
Ooh.
USC. While Calipari didn't confirm he is taking the Arkansas job, he did announce on Tuesday he is moving on from Kentucky, where he has coached from 2009.
Calipari, like Cali. You get California with Stanford, and we've been hitting on the LeBron Kobe thing. The Lakers, Calipari, California, Stanford. Ugh. Arkansas, Arizona, the language. Wow, the language. Wow. And Clinton, Calipari, Arkansas. Wow. Love it. I'm trying to see what else. Arizona was in the 119th World Series. I'm exposing this whole world. No gatekeeping. This is how you separate the gatekeepers from me. Okay? And the 156 prime, 911, D-backs beat the Yankees after 911 hit. The thumbnail's going to remain just like this, by the way. Easy money. Wow. Boom. And LeBron had that huge 38 ceremony when he captured the scoring title all time, right? Massive 38, 83, 38, 38, 38, 838, 3, all of that, right? Tara VanDerveer retires as Stanford women's hoops coach after setting NCAA wins record this year. Okay, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.